Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, being safe and being kind. Welcome to Tarot by the Pines. I am your lovely host for this channel, Jason. So in this video, I'll be reviewing the Native Spirit Tarot deck. This deck was sent to me by the publishing company Brigh for review. Even though this was sent to me, I will give my honest opinion, but I do want to say thank you to the publishing company for considering me to share this deck with you and just put their work out there into the tarot tube. Now, first of all, this is a tuck box. I have taken everything out, and for tuck boxes, if you know me, you know this is not my favorite type of box. But going into the back, it says, the Native Spirit Tarot uses Native American Indian themes to convey the meaning of each card. Warriors, maidens, fathers, mothers, shamans, elder wise women, and elder wise men appear throughout the deck in the beautiful artwork of Max Mitenkov. Our cards are printed on the finest cardstock with beautiful finishes. Colors are rich and the cards will stand up to repeated use. Like the sound of that? I will say the cardstock, I actually really enjoy the cardstock. It is, it's not laminated, but it's a little bit on the matte side, and it's pretty flexible, even though it has a thicker cardstock. I really enjoy it. The backs of the cards are gorgeous. I love this design, and it is reversible. So if we go into the majors, I did go through some of the cards just to make sure I have all the cards. I will say the images are in dark. Hopefully the camera will pick up, but I am trying my best to show the cards. So we're going into the major arcana now. I love these deep blues and these oranges, which is a theme throughout the deck. The majors do follow the traditional RWS artwork, so if you are familiar with that, I think this could be an easy deck for you to read. Nothing stood out to me in the majors, but maybe when we get in the minors, I will point some stuff out. As you see, this is a very dark card. It looks like the devil in the wagon with two people. Yeah, the camera's just not picking up. The art style, I want to say it is computer generated with a mix of maybe hand painted images. I'm not too sure. All right, so let's go into the minors. Let's sit here. Yeah, very RWS style here in the wands. I just wish the cards were a little brighter. It looks like the fog is one of the main things my eyes are drawn to. It is just really dark in tone in terms of the color, but it's beautiful artwork. Beautiful artwork. I will say, if you are interested in the Native American culture, I don't think this deck will fully talk about that. I will get in the guidebook just a little bit later. But if you want like a, I guess, a dip in the Native American themes and symbolism, this deck will work for that. But if you want something deeper, I don't believe this deck will satisfy that. Okay, going into the arrows, which I believe are the swords. And the sword suit is my favorite suit in any type of tarot deck. Yeah, it's definitely the swords. And going off of these images, I feel like this deck also would be good with shadow work, simply because of the darker tones in the deck. Ooh, this Ten of Swords is really dark. So if you are interested in doing shadow work, or if you practice shadow work, I think this would be a great deck to use. And especially if you are really interested in this style of artwork. Okay, the coins. Ooh. Now, the publishing company, Brigh, do have other tarot decks out there. I believe they have an Egypt or Egyptian tarot deck. They have an African tarot deck. So definitely check their website out, which I will put in the description box below. And this is one of their newer releases. Okay, so I'm going to go into the guidebook. It is like a little pamphlet. So if we go into the introduction, talks about the deck in general terms, give a couple different spreads or one spread, tips on using the tarot, and then the major arcana. Now the major arcana has a full color image on the page, and then you get maybe this amount of text. It gives the divination meaning, and then it talks about a little bit about the symbolism. So for here it says a young warrior and his dog are wandering carelessly across the land, about to walk off the edge of a cliff because they're looking up instead where they are going. And it gives the upright and reversed keywords. Going into the minor, okay. Okay, so the minors get half a page with a smaller full color picture. It gives a meaning, the symbolism, and then a couple upright and reverse keywords. Yeah, it goes through. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck and pick out a card. That way you can get a better taste of the guidebook. Shuffles really well. It is going to be a little tough shuffling at first because I haven't shuffled this deck just yet, but the cardstock feels really lovely. All right. Okay, so we got the Seven of Wands. That way you get a taste of the minor and the major. So for the Eight of Wands, let's see here. Okay, so Seven of Wands. You are right. Hold your ground. Any lack of integrity will be your downfall. A warrior defends the land using courage to hold off those attacking him. He can succeed because he fights from the higher ground. The upright keywords are courage and valor. Reversed is treachery and lack of conviction. Then going back to the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor represents the masculine divine, the essence of command, order, and power. The Emperor archetype is the fourth encounter for the Fool, teaching us how to establish order from chaos, how to shape the natural world to our needs, and how to build civilization. The symbolism: an elder man is in the chieftain of the chieftains of the four suits. He is surrounded by the spirit energy of the buffalo, the great beast of the plains, and most powerful animal in the land. Upright keywords: authority, the rule maker, order, stability, and sovereignty over society and civilization. reversed. Abuse of power, cruelty, dictatorship, and narcissism. Okay, so overall, I think this is a pretty good deck. My only con about the deck is, you know, the darker tones in the images. Like, it is just really dark. You would have to ideally use this deck maybe when you're outdoors in the daylight or have like a really bright light above you. It's just a shame because the artwork is really beautiful. It's very enticing. It's very intriguing to look at. And it's just a shame that, you know, the colors are a little bit on the dark side where you can't fully engage in the full image. And of course, the tuck box, not a big deal, but tuck boxes aren't my favorite box to hold in tarot decks, or tarot cards rather, because I keep all of my cards in the box. So I will definitely put this in a bag, so it's no big deal. The guidebook is fairly general. It will get you off on the a beginner start for this deck, so no really complaints there. But I think this is a great deck if you are interested in the imagery and also into the Native American symbolism and themes and culture. It just won't be a deep experience in that culture. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck, and I hope you're all doing well. And until next time, I will see you for Tarot by the Pines.